Hi, this is Amy, and today I want to answer a question that I actually get a lot, and it just came to me again this week. And that question is, why should we use Gmail if we're going Google? Why can't we just keep our current email provider? So I thought of a little graphical representation that I hope explains why it would be better for your district to, if you're going to go Google, to go ahead and use Gmail as well. So this is a truck, and we'll think of it as your technology implementations in your schools. So picture Gmail as the cab of the truck. This is sort of where you go to control things. It's the control center of your world. So that's why I always have my email open. So here it is. Here's my personal email. It's kind of where I go every day to find out what's going on in the world. Now, maybe that changes in the future, but right now, that's pretty much how things are. So think of Google Drive as being a workhorse, So here's something, some part of your truck that you really use, you really need. You store things there, you do work back there. It's really important, and it's connected to the cab of your truck, so that wherever you go, these two things are connected together. They make sense together. I can go into my mailbox and I can say, I want to turn this into a document. I want to turn this file right here into a document, and I can do that right from my mail account. So those kind of things are really important to me. How does this all integrate together? I take it all around with me everywhere I go. So I'd like you to think about the premise that people generally follow the path of least resistance. Consider the majority of people you work with, no matter what field you're in, and I think you'll find this is true. If you have to make extra effort to do something, especially if you don't see the purpose in it, you're just not going to go there. So now let's picture this scenario. Let's picture that we have two trucks, and one of those trucks has a mailbox that is, let's say, Outlook, just since that's the most common scenario that we see. So this is where you go for the control center every day. This is what you're going to drive around. And in the back is Office 365, which, by the way, does not have live collaborative power, which is what we really need in the classroom. I tested this and experimented with it myself. It is not live. Perhaps there's some way to make it live, but in my district, we don't have an implemented SharePoint server. We don't have the money to implement that. And so for us, we tested it very carefully, very recently. It's not live collaboration. By that, I mean we can all be in a document or spreadsheet or presentation, and we can work together in real time. So now I've got this really useful space over here, my Google Drive truck bed, and I do have live collaboration over here. But what do I have to do? I have to get out of my space over here, and I have to walk over here to work. That's what I have to do. So if you've ever moved a printer down the hall out of somebody's classroom, you know that printing decreased because it became more difficult. You put a barrier in place. So you just have to think about it when you're doing this implementation, whether you need another barrier in place to your implementation. If you think your folks can handle another barrier, then you can leave that for a while. But I guarantee you, if you make the whole switch and move your whole situation over, you will have a much better experience if what you're looking for is full implementation of Google Apps for Education in a unified environment. As long as you keep your email somewhere else, you're going to be lacking that holistic kind of experience. So I hope that helps you make a decision. Certainly it is just my opinion, but I've worked with many school districts and many in this situation where they're trying to use Outlook in the front and Google Drive in the back. Implementation will be many hundreds of times faster if you do not do that. Because when you make people get out of this truck and move over to this one, you're going to experience a pain point. So I hope that helps. Please feel free to let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. Bye-bye.